Hello, welcome back to my channel. Aimee here, or welcome if you're new. I always forget to say that. Welcome all. Today we are going to talk about new releases for the month of September. There's a lot of male romance coming out in September. Like, I mean a lot. Like, I have like these two series that have books coming out. It looks like every Tuesday of the month of September. But they're by different authors. So really excited about that. I might have maybe 2 thrillers in my list here. I couldn't really find anything that was really jumping out at me. So please, in the comments down below, let me know if what am I missing? Am I not seeing something, or is there just not much coming out for the month of September? But I'm thinking, you know, October is upon us. We should have some spooky reads coming out, but nothing was jumping out at me. Like I said, I have 2 written down, but one of them is in the LGBTQ category. So, and then I don't even know if it's a thriller. I'm guessing it's a young adult thriller. Let's just jump into it. Okay, so I'm not really gonna go in date order. I think I'm gonna start off with the 2 mystery thriller books that I have written down, and then we'll get into all the male romances that are coming out. I think we'll do, I'll go ahead and talk about the series that's coming out, or well, one of them came out, the first book came out last month. We'll get into that, but yeah, we're gonna start off with the 2 mystery type thriller ones that I have written down. Again, let me know what I'm missing. I don't know, maybe I was searching the wrong thing or skipping over something good. Nothing was coming out at me. Anyway, so let's talk about The Butcher and the Wren. This is, I'm gonna guess, a debut novel by Aimee Urquhart. She is actually one of the co-hosts in the Morbid's podcast. I actually just frequently started listening to that podcast. I ran across it when I was searching for something like True Crime Obsessed, because that's my all-time favorite. This one popped up for me. So I started listening to it like probably about a month or 2 ago. And then I saw this and I'm like, oh yeah, we have 2 podcasters that are coming out with their debut novels. Last month we had Ashley Flowers, and this month we have Aimee Urquhart. I think that's how you say her name. I could be wrong. But anyway, this cover, first of all. This is releasing on September 13th. It says it's told from the dueling perspectives of a notorious serial killer and the medical examiner following where his trail of victims leads. So that right there really drew me in. Well, the cover, first of all, the cover, and then Aimee Urquhart, and then that first line right there. Anyway, something dark is lurking in the Louisiana Bayou. Also catching my attention, Louisiana Bayou. A methodical killer with a penchant for medical experimentation is hard at work, completing his most harrowing crime yet, taunting the authorities who desperately try to catch up. But forensic pathologist Dr. Ren Muller is the best there is, armed with an encyclopedic knowledge of historical crimes and years of experience working in the medical examiner's office. She's never encountered a case she couldn't solve. So I'm not going to read any more than that because I don't want to get too far into the book. But yes, viewpoints from the serial killer, from the medical examiner. It's based in Louisiana. I'm all about it. Then we have I'm the Girl by Courtney Summers. Also, this cover, this is the book I was referring to at the beginning of the video. I'm guessing it's a young adult thriller because it's by Courtney Summers, but it does say that it's LGBTQ. When 16-year-old Georgia Avis discovers the dead body of 13-year-old Ashley James, she teams up with Ashley's older sister Nora to find and bring the killer to justice before he strikes again. So I think the 2 girls form like a relationship, and then, you know, they maybe start to fall for each other, I'm guessing. It just goes on to say, I don't want to read too much into it. It says, I'm the Girl is a masterfully written, bold, and unflinching account of how one young woman feels in her body as she struggles to navigate a deadly and predatory power structure while asking readers one question: if this is the way the world is, do you accept it? So the cover, as I said, drew my attention, but just the whole synopsis within itself just sounded really, I don't know, intriguing to me. So yes, a little bit of a mystery thriller, possibly. Two young girls falling for each other, trying to solve this mystery. Yeah, I'm here for it. Okay, let's get into those male romance series that I was talking about. So we have a spin-off series from the Vino and Veritas books that I have not finished yet. And this series is called In Vino Veritas. The first book is Wildfire. This is by Garrett Lee. This comes out on September 8th. I'm not going to read too much into all these because there's a lot of them. So that would just be a very long video. But I will give you like little, just little pieces of the synopsis where it says, this one, a gorgeous new sexual awakening romance with sizzling first times, snarky British banter, and off-the-charts chemistry. So that's the first one, releasing September 8th. Then we have Counterpoint. This is by J.E. Burke. This one says, one playboy, one perfectionist, so many secrets. This one also releases on September 8th. The third book in the series is Unmanageable. This is by Leslie McAdam. I have never read anything from this author, so I'm really excited about that. This one does not show a release date, but I'm guessing it's going to be around either September 8th or maybe even the 13th, because the next book is being released on the 13th, so I'm guessing this one is somewhere around those two dates. This one says, Unmanageable is a contemporary male-male age gap romance about a starry-eyed nanny who wants hot air balloon rides and singing telegrams, and a grumpy single dad who most definitely does not. So it sounds super cute. So that's the third book. The fourth book, releasing on September 13th, is Underdog, and this is written by L.A. Witt. So I'm really, really excited about it. It does have a trigger warning here. It says sick horse and a minor accident involving a horse. No animal deaths or serious injury illnesses. This one doesn't have like a rounded up blurb to tell you. Life in a foster care wasn't easy. Life after prison, unforgiving. But I'm determined to stay out of trouble, and I'm gaining a foothold on the closest I've ever known to normal. Then, thanks to a pair of escape artist dogs from the sanctuary where I found work, I crossed paths with my boss's neighbor, Ty Adams, who is a horse trainer, and winter is his quiet season. So I'm guessing this is going to be a little love interest between these two guys. So yeah, it doesn't have like a roundabout thing that I could give you, and I don't want to read through the whole long synopsis. But yeah. It's by L.A. Witt, so that's all I need to know. The fifth book releases on September 22nd. This is Wonderland by Rachel Ember, another new-to-me author. Again, this one doesn't have like a little sum up for us, so it says, I left Vermont on the most painful day of my life and swore I'd never go back. Meadows Park, the shuttered amusement park that's been in my family for generations, is the home of all my finest and worst memories. They all star Peter Landry, the best friend I ever had and the only guy I've ever loved. But then my eccentric grandfather buried $2 million on the property and couldn't remember where. So I'm back and asking Peter for help. He's an Ivy League lawyer now, still gorgeous and able to gut me with a single smile. I'm not going to read any more of it. It looks like it's going to be maybe a friends to lovers type of story. I don't know, but it'll be out on the 22nd of September. And lastly, also out on September 22nd, this is Dauntless by Victoria Denault. Also, never read anything from this author, so I'm really excited. He's everything I've ever wanted at the worst possible moment. One and done. That's always been my motto when it comes to guys. But because I'm not about to pull someone else into the closet, my parents have locked me inside. I've been waiting years to claim my inheritance and live the life I want to live. Out, free, and oh yeah, rich. So why is the universe dropping the sexy foreign boy with the lazy smile into my life right now? When Bowen Whitlock says he'll join my band and later my bed, I know one time won't be enough. We'll just stop right there. That sounds super steamy. I'm here for it. You know how I feel about gay cowboys. So yes, we have 6 books in the In Vino Veritas series in September. So next up, these books, hello Bella, started coming out in August. This is the Franklin U series, and I actually think I mentioned the first book last month. Yes, I've already talked about this one. This is Playing Games by Riley Hart. This is the first book. It released on August 25th. Book 2 comes out on September 1st. This is The Dating Disaster by Saxon James. Thousands of students on this campus, and I keep being set up with the roommate I can't stand. One date. That's how long it takes for Marshall Harrows to end up on my bad side. So maybe a little enemies to lovers story here. The third book, Mr. Romance. This is by Louisa Masters. It's also releasing on September 8th, and also a new to me author. When you're clueless, Mr. Romance can help. I'm not sure how it happened, but it turns out I've unknowingly been dating 3 people. Friends don't spoil other friends, apparently. My trust fund means I can afford to, though. And what's a meal here and there, or some clothes, or some textbooks? That doesn't mean we're dating, right? Others disagree. If I want to get through the rest of college knowing who my friends are, I need help from someone who knows all about dating and can tell me what not to do. So I don't know, new to me author comes out September 8th. The 4th book is Bet You by Ned Wilder. Really excited about this. This comes out on September 15th. Whose brilliant idea was it to build university housing next to one of Franklin U's most notorious party frats? I'm a real student, the kind who actually came to college to learn, not some dumb frat bro who sees Franklin U as a 4-year challenge to consume the most booze and throw out the best pickup line. It looks like we have, like our smart student who's not really interested in all the frat parties. Then we have one of our frat brothers whom he maybe not be able to stay away from. So it sounds really cute. It's a very long synopsis. Check it out on Goodreads, but it comes out on September 15th. Book 5 is The Glow Up. This is by A.M. Johnson. This comes out on September 22nd. I promised myself that this was going to be the year to finally buckle down. I'm a junior and I've settled on a major. I've got focus and determination. The one thing I haven't figured out yet, how to deal with the massive crush I've been harboring on the guy in Study Corral 6. I don't know his name, and some of my friends think it's time for me to move on, but he has this whole sexy, broody, dark eyes and messy hair thing going for him. And yeah, he seems like he could be my polar opposite. The kind of unapproachable, serious type who doesn't smile much, but I'd like to think he's all rays and sunshine underneath his storm expressions and disheveled demeanor. Book 6 is Learning Curve. This is by N.R. Walker, one of my faves. This is releasing September 29th. There I was moving into the dorms at Franklin U and not into the shared party house I lived in my freshman year. Last year has been all about football and parties, not schoolwork, which was why my grades tanked and why I was one failed class away from being kicked off the team. Funny that my new roommate just happened to be a tutor. And funny that he was oblivious to how hot he is. For a smart guy, he was pretty clueless. Maybe I could tutor him in how to be more outgoing in exchange for help with calculus. These just sound so much fun. There's some more coming out in October, so of course we'll go over those in the October new releases video. But those are the books that are releasing by different authors in the Franklin U series, as well as the In Vino Veritas series, which is a spin-off from the Vinos and Veritas series. Whew. All right, let's go back to the first of the month. This is also going to be all male romances. So coming out on September 1st, this is Rebound by Kate Hawthorne. Love this cover. I love a good black and white cover. They say the best way to get over someone is to get under someone else. At least that's what Ben is trying to convince himself. Ready to put his ex-boyfriend in the rear view for good, he connects with a handsome older man who's only interested in something quick and casual. Their rules are simple: no strings, no feelings, and absolutely no kissing. Thomas has never been with a man before, but in the midst of divorcing his estranged wife, he knows it's something he is ready to act on. He's wondered for years if his attraction to men is something real. So hooking up with an experienced and gorgeous younger man seems like the surefire way to find out. So this sounds good. A nice age gap, first time with a man kind of stories. I'm ready. On September 2nd, we have the second book in the Big Bull Mechanics series by K.M. Newhold. I still haven't fully got into this series. I haven't read the first book, so I need to get on top of that, because if it's anything like Four Bears, I'm here for it. And it's sort of a spin-off because we meet some of the guys from the Big Bull Mechanics in some of the last books in the Four Bear Construction series. So I'm really excited about this one. It says Stroker is a best friend's brother, secretly married, super steamy male romance. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, we can't expect any less from K.M. Newhold. This cover is just super cute. This is Finn's First Boyfriend by Shay Michaels. This releases on September 5th. So yeah, we have a fake boyfriend story here. It says, I found out the hard way why it's not a good idea to sleep with a coworker. After a regrettable one-night stand, I can't get her to leave me alone. I need help. When my best friend suggests pretending to date her twin brother would solve my problem, I thought she was crazy. Except I accidentally told my former date that Theo is my boyfriend. Now I just need to find a way to tell him that. And then Theo says, my last relationship ended with when I discovered that I wasn't the only one my ex was dating. I was still getting over that heartbreak when my twin sister tells me that her best friend and my childhood boy next door crush needs my help. So yes, boyfriend crush, first time, maybe by awakening, super cute cover. Yes. Next, releasing on September 6th, this is a holiday romance. This is The Holiday Trap. This is by Rome Parrish. This says, for fans of Alexandria Bellefleur and Alexis Hall comes a charming, hilarious, and heartwarming LGBTQIA+ romance about two separate couples finding love over the holidays from acclaimed author Rome Parrish. It's been a while since I've read anything by this author, so I'm really excited about this book. So this will probably be on my December TBR. And don't worry, I will be doing a holidays release video for male romances. I can't wait. Also releasing on September 6th, really excited about this one. This is Sapphire Spring. This is the second book in the Sapphire Cove series, written by C. Travis Rice, aka Christopher Rice. So excited about this one. I read Sapphire Sunset. It was around the beginning of the year, like around my birthday time. But isn't this a beautiful cover? I'm so excited. I'm pretty sure he's gonna narrate it. He narrated the first book, and absolutely loved it. So hopefully we'll get another narration from Mr. Rice himself. The second novel, Sapphire Spring, once again transports you to a beautiful luxury resort on the sparkling Southern California coast, where strong-willed heroes release the shame that blocks their heart's desire. So we're getting the story of some different characters here. I think we meet one in the first book. Nasser Kazemi has never met a problem a good spending plan couldn't fix. But working as the chief accountant for his best friend's resort isn't turning out to be the dream job he'd hoped for. It doesn't help that his fashion designer sister is planning an event that just might bring Sapphire Cove crashing down all around them. When the wild party unexpectedly reunites him with Mason Warther, the gorgeous former jock who made his high school experience a living hell, things go from bad to seductive. So this is it's kind of one of my favorite tropes from like the guy in high school. You might kind of have a crush on, but he's straight, but yet later on he's not so straight kind of story. So that's what I'm hoping we get in here. So I'm just really all around excited about this book, September 6th, which is not far away. I need to pre-order. Okay, I talked about this book, Barred Desires by Ashley James. It came out in March, so I'm guessing I talked about it in that video. But it's part of a series. It is part of the Deepest Desire series. I haven't been paying attention. I haven't read it yet. What's wrong with me? I don't know. But we have the third book coming out on September 9th. But the second book, I don't think I ran across this one. This is Forsaken Desires. This was released on June 24th. It says Forsaken Desires is the second book in the Deepest Desires Interconnected series. It's a male-male enemies to lovers romance. And then we have Illicit Desires, which releases September 9th. There's not a cover on Goodreads, but this is the cover that I got on Instagram. It says cover reveal, so I'm guessing this is going to be the cover. This one says the third book in the Deepest Desires Interconnected series is a friends to lovers male-male romance, and it touches on heavy subjects such as drug use and overdose. So just in case those are some trigger warnings, but we do have a friends to lovers story in this book coming out on September 9th. Seeing Strangers is actually a thriller. I'm just realizing this. I probably should have mentioned it when I was talking about my thriller books, but it is a male-male romance type of thrillers. This is by Sebastian J. Plata. This cover, y'all. I mean, this is coming out or releasing on September 13th. This says a stylish novel of obsession set in a world where sex is just a swipe away. So I believe what we have are two men that are married and they have an open marriage. I believe we're following one of the characters, which is Greg. It says, I believe one of his lovers comes into his life and tries to, threatens his marriage and his sanity is what it says. And it says Greg will stop at nothing to protect both. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. Something different. It's, you know, we don't get a lot of male-male thrillers. And I've been wanting something since Bathhouse, so we'll see how this goes. We're getting another male-male standalone romance by Lauren Blakely. It says standalone, but it's part of I don't know if it's a duo or a series. It says The Boyfriend Zone #1. And this releases on September 20th. It says a sexy, emotionally charged rivals to lovers, second chance sports romance. I mean, what more could we ask for? Contents include forbidden nights, first times, sexy athletes, nosy friends, a meddlesome cat, and two men who are arch rivals. Yes, I can't wait. Okay, this one, like the cover. This is Bone to be Wild. This is by Danny Lakely. This releases on September 22nd, so just in time for the October month. It's trick or treat for two smitten lovers in this seasonal holiday romance as Halloween approaches and a little unleashed magic lets the ghoul times roll. Okay, it looks like this is part of a series, even though it doesn't say, but in the synopsis at the end it says, this story follows the events of the first book in the series, Mary and Sprite, but may genuinely be read as a standalone. So, alright y'all, that's pretty much all the new releases for September that I've come across, but once again, I know there wasn't hardly any thrillers in here, so let me know in the comments down below what I missed. I do have two books I want to mention. One of them I talked about, I don't think it was last month. It was supposedly to come out in July, but now I see that it's not coming out till September 20th. This is Daphne by Josh Malerman. This cover is giving me very Stephen King vibes, like Carrie kind of deal. I don't actually remember what this is about. It says, mixing a nostalgic coming-of-age story and an instantly iconic female villain with an innovative new vision of classic horror. Daphne is an unforgettable thriller as only Josh Malerman could imagine it. It's the last summer for Kit Lamb. The last summer before college, the last summer with her high school basketball team, and with Dana, her best friend. The last summer before her life begins. But the night before the big game, one of the players tells a ghost story about Daphne, a girl who went to their school many years ago and died under mysterious circumstances. So yeah, giving me maybe Bloody Mary vibes. Ooh, a Bloody Mary would be good. But yeah, I talked about it coming out in July, but it looks like the date changed to September 20th. But that could possibly change again. And then a book that I overlooked for last month. This one released on August 30th. This is Let Me Be the One by Z.S. Storm. Never read anything by this author. I ran across it as I was searching books for this video. It says Let Me Be the One is a full-length standalone and does not contain any major triggers or heavy themes. It does have a happily ever after. Finn and I grew up as best friends, sons of renowned politicians, living life in the public eye, but hiding the parts of us which we were most afraid to reveal. I was a closeted gay dude. Finn was a closeted something. Shy and introverted, seemingly straight, he never looked at me the way I couldn't help but look at him. As we turned into young men from carefree teenagers, family and social expectations entered the mix, and one dreadful day, Finn got engaged. I had no choice but to suck it up, because in worlds like ours, a guy didn't end up marrying his best friend. He ended up losing him to a girl. So yeah, we also get Finn stating, my wedding was supposed to be a huge and highly publicized affair. Invitations had all gone out. The whole country was waiting for it, and my family was beyond excited to see me as a married man, finally settled and ready to follow in my father's footsteps. Then Aiden decided to throw me a bachelor party. Not only that, but he went one step further with a striptease and a lap dance. So this sounds like just really fun and good, best friends to lovers type of story. So yeah, it was released on August 30th. Here we go again. So ready for October. August 30th, so it's ready for your eyes to read now. Okay, that is it. This was a very long video. I apologize. Hopefully I can kind of keep shortening it up for y'all. But I hope y'all got some good recommendations or some good books to maybe look at in the upcoming month of September. Again and again, let me know in the comments what I missed, especially in thrillers. I know I missed something. But yeah, thank y'all, as always, so much for watching. Hope you're all doing well out there, staying safe. Hugs from me all around, and I'll see y'all very soon in a new video. Bye, y'all.